History tells us a strange fact about Sparta. While every other great city-state in Greece, Athens, Thebes, Corinth, built massive high stone walls to protect themselves, Sparta did not. For centuries, the most powerful city on earth lay open. No fortifications, no perimeter. When a visitor asked King Agesilaus why his city had no walls, the king did not point to a blueprint. He pointed to his men. He said, "These are the walls of Sparta. You are doing the exact opposite. You are building walls outside of yourself. You rely on the perfect gym, the perfect playlist, the pre-workout, the expensive gear. You build a fortress of external comforts to prop up a weak internal structure. You are hiding behind stone walls because you are afraid to become the wall. This ends today. We are dismantling the external fortifications. We are returning to the ancient engineering logic of the city without walls. This is not about shouting or rage. That is a caricature. The true Spartan mind is a masterpiece of structural engineering. It is the understanding that if you remove the external protection, the internal structure must harden to survive. If there is no stone wall to stop the enemy, the man must become stone. This is the shift from external reliance to internal load-bearing. We are going to engineer a mind and body that does not need a safe environment to perform, because it is the safety. This is a three-part structural protocol. First, the demolition, removing the crutches. Second, the living wall, structural density. Third, the phalanx, systemic integrity. You have spent years building a safe space. Now, we are going to tear it down, so that you can finally stand up. The first step in engineering a city without walls is the demolition. Look at your current operation. It is cluttered with dependencies. You have outsourced your strength to your environment. You say, "I can't train today, I forgot my headphones. I can't lift heavy, I didn't sleep perfectly. I'm not motivated because the weather is bad." These are your walls. They are artificial barriers you built to protect your ego from the reality of the work. You are fragile. If the conditions aren't perfect, your performance collapses. A Spartan wall cannot collapse just because it is raining. The protocol begins with voluntary exposure. We are going to systematically remove the supports, strip the supports. Next workout. No music, no hat, no hood, no hype. Just you and the iron. The silence will be deafening. It will feel uncomfortable. You will feel weak without the external dopamine of the beat drop. Good. That weakness is the truth. That is the raw state of your internal structure. You need to see it. You need to train in that silence until the silence no longer bothers you. Until your internal drive is louder than the external quiet. Face the silence. This applies to your motivation. Motivation is a wall made of paper. It looks pretty, but it stops nothing. The Spartan does not wait for a feeling to train. Does a brick wait for motivation to hold up the roof? No, it holds the load because that is its nature. That is its structural function. You must shift your identity from consumer of motivation to structural component. You train because you are the wall, and walls do not take days off. Walls do not feel like it. Walls stand your ground. This transfers to your career. The amateur needs the perfect office, the perfect software, the perfect team to execute. The operator, the Spartan, can execute in a chaotic airport terminal with 10% battery on his laptop. He has no walls. He is the productivity engine. By removing the dependency on perfect conditions, you become dangerous in all conditions. Stop building crutches. Stop buying gear that promises to make it easier. We don't want it easier. We want the load to fall directly on you. Tear down the external safety. You have started the demolition. You are stripping away the excuses and the crutches. If you are ready to stand exposed and build your internal strength, seal the mandate. Hit the like button. It is your commitment to become the structure, not just hide behind it. The external walls are gone. The crutches are removed. Now you are exposed to the elements. You are exposed to the load. This leads to the second engineering principle, structural density. If a city has no stone walls, the men must be made of something stronger than stone. They must be made of dense, adapted, unbreakable material. In the gym, this is the logic of heavy compound loading. We are not training for aesthetics. We are not training to look pretty in a toga. We are training to withstand impact. The Spartan mind views the barbell as a battering ram. Every time you put 15 pounds on your back, you are simulating an attack on the city. The weight is trying to crush you. Gravity is the invading army. Resist the crush. If your structure is weak, if your core is soft, if your legs are brittle, the city falls, you get injured, you quit. To become the wall, you must subject yourself to progressive, crushing pressure. You must increase the density of your system. This means heavy singles, heavy triples. It means training your central nervous system to brace against violence. When you unrack a heavy squat, you are not exercising. You are creating an internal column of pressurized air and muscle, intra-abdominal pressure, that creates a structure harder than concrete. Become the concrete. The amateur pumps blood into the muscle to make it look swollen, fake density. The Spartan puts load on the bone to make the fiber thicker, real density. This is old man strength. This is real-world strength. It is the kind of strength that doesn't deflate when you miss a meal. It is woven into your DNA. This is the transfer principle. In life, stress is the battering ram. Financial crisis, family emergency, business failure. These forces hit the average man who has walls of comfort, and he shatters. He has no internal density. He panics. The Spartan mind absorbs the shock. He has been under the bar. He knows what crushing pressure feels like. He doesn't buckle. He braces. He creates a stable center of gravity for everyone else. When the world shakes, he stands still. Not because he is unfeeling, but because he is structurally sound. Absorb the shock. You build this density one rep at a time, by refusing to bail out, by fighting the grind. Every time you push a weight that moves slowly, every time you fight for 5 seconds on a concentric rep, you are adding a layer of density to the wall. You are cementing your spirit. Do not run from the heavy work. The heavy work is the only thing that hardens the man. Light weights build light men. Heavy weights build walls. Harden the structure. You have removed the crutches. You have hardened the structure. Now, you must understand the purpose of the wall. A wall does not exist for itself. A wall exists to protect. This is the third principle, the Phalanx. In Sparta, the strength of the man was irrelevant if it did not serve the integrity of the line. The shield, the hoplon, was heavy. It covered the man's left side when the right side of the man next to him. To drop the shield was the ultimate crime. Not because you were defenseless, but because you left your brother defenseless. This gives your discipline a new logic. You are not training for you. You are training because you are the load-bearing wall for your family, your team, and your legacy. You are the defense. If you are weak, the perimeter is breached. If you are tired, the enemy gets through. If you collapse, those standing behind you get crushed. This destroys the concept of "I don't feel like it." Does the load-bearing pillar of a bridge feel like holding up the cars today? It doesn't matter. If it fails, people die. You must view your physical capacity as a duty. It is your duty to be strong enough to carry the groceries, to carry the children, to carry the casket. It is your duty to have the energy to play with your kids after a 12-hour shift. It is your duty to be the strongest person in the room during a crisis. Strength is a duty. When you connect your gym routine to this higher purpose, the difficulty disappears. It becomes necessary maintenance. You are maintaining the integrity of the Phalanx. You are checking the bricks. You are reinforcing the mortar. This is the ultimate Spartan logic. A city without walls requires eternal vigilance. There is no off-season. The enemy is always watching. Entropy is always waiting for a crack in the foundation. Decay is always waiting for you to skip a week. You cannot relax. You cannot let the standard drop, because you are the standard. You are the fortification. This logic makes you unstoppable. You don't need a cheerleader, you have a responsibility. And that responsibility pulls you out of bed when motivation is dead. It forces you under the bar, because if you don't hold the line, who will? Hold the line. This is the Spartan mind. It is not about war cries. It is about structural engineering. You stop looking for safety. You become the safety. 1. The demolition. Strip away the dependencies. Train in the silence. Remove the walls of comfort. 2. The living wall. Seek the crushing pressure of heavy loads to build internal density and shock absorption. 3. The Phalanx. Realize that your strength is a duty. You are the load-bearing structure for everyone you love. The city is open. The risk is real. But you are ready. You don't need walls. You are the wall. If you are ready to accept this duty and to engineer a Spartan spirit, subscribe to this channel. This is the Agoge. This is the training ground. And for your final oath, declare your status. Comment below with, "I am the wall." It is your signal. The perimeter is secure. The watch begins. Now, shut this off. Stand up. Protect the city.